Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. Welcome to my live program known as Know Your Budget. This program it has gradually shifted to Wednesday against Monday, 3 p.m. We have now shifted this program to every uh, Wednesday, 7:30 a.m. Nigerian time. Remember, this program is powered by Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. We are always here to talk about money, misappropriation of funds sometimes when we see things are not going well with the way Nigerian government is putting up budgets in the ministry, state governments, parastatals. We come to talk about it because we feel that as Nigerians who have right to go out there and vote, we need also account to these people need to also be accountable to us as a people. So before I go on, and I am expecting some guests today. So just tidying up your seatbelt. We're not going to take much time. I will be right back. Oh, welcome back. So let's get straight to the point. Today we're talking about the 14.8 billion naira only for Aso Rock internet that just a few days ago we read on the Punch newspaper that the federal government has already set aside 14.8 billion just for Aso Rock internet, phone calls, stationaries, and other electronic gadgets for their use. So it comes to my concern, and I feel that it's also the concern of the entire Nigerians that a country that has over 200 million Nigerians now, you the interests of the Nigerians, which are us the common people, it is not your priority. Your priority is how you set aside huge amount of money, you sit back there at Aso Rock and you spend it. I mean, it comes to concern. We come to talk about this. Come to think about this. If only 14.8 billion naira for Aso Rock, when the 2021 budget was about, I think, 117 trillion. Now, if I'm not sure about the figure I just called, but now, if ASU is asking for 200 billion to return to school, uh, communications, network communication, listen, National Communication Commission is not protecting the interests of Nigerians. We are being robbed of our data and recharge card. Our concerns is not the concern of Nigerian government. When we are crying up and down, we buy data 100 naira for 100 megabytes. In a blink of an eye, the data is gone. And then Nigerian government sit back there at Aso Rock, approve over 14.8 billion only for their internet. It is to say that the Nigerians at Aso Rock are more Nigerian than we Nigerians outside Aso Rock. I mean, I don't know whether it's only me that it's concerning me. What is the use of the establishment of National Communication Commission to protect the interests of Nigerians from harmful practices? The communication, the tariff we are buying, the networks we are using, the people are robbing us. MTN, Airtel, Glow, they are now robbing us. I buy data of 30 gigabytes for 8,000. I am supposed to use this tariff for 2 months, this subscription for 2 months. Depend on how I use it anyway. But come to think of it, if you are following me online, I spent 30 minutes on this show. How much is MTN supposed to take from this data that my 30 gigabyte will not got up to 2 months? But the initial subscription was supposed to be for 2 months. It's not even getting up to 2 weeks. So how much are you deducting only for one show? And I have my show once in a week. Sometimes I don't even have show. The data just finished. I don't watch videos. Maybe I'm just on Facebook or trying to reply some WhatsApp chats. The money is gone. I mean, 14.8 billion only for Aso Rock, what is it called? Internet and stationaries, they named it, recharge card, phone calls, and data. And then you are also planning to buy thousands of hospital beds when you have voted over 200 million inside Aso Rock Hospital. You abandon it. You fly out of the country to go and receive medical treatments. This money, this 14.8 billion naira, of course, anytime a budget like this come up, my mind will just like, oh, they have already shared the money. How will you vote 14 point something billion only for how many people works in Aso Rock? How many staff do you have? And what are the communication are they having? You know, if it is a country that have a lot of external investors, you are doing things that Nigeria, not in a country that we cannot even travel on the road. We are afraid. We cannot go to the market and buy something at a subsidized rate. We wake up today, they say no fuel. School fees, mbanu. Students are at home for over 8 months. Only for you to wake up and vote 14.8 billion for Aso Rock. I mean, I don't know whether I'm still inside this country or they have locked me outside, because it's like I don't know what is happening. I don't know any other person knows. You can wake up in this country, Nigerians decide, and the worst of it all is that they don't come back to give us an update on how this budget has been spent. Please share this video, comment, like, and then ask other people to come and follow these videos, be following us this video. I am going to be coming up with budget that have been given to ministries, agencies that they have not accounted for them. I mean, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Finance. Can we talk about the EFCC when they are using a whole lot of money to pursue money that have been looted without recover? I mean, I talked about how much EFCC have been able to recover about 3 or 4 weeks ago. If you look at the money that have been voted for the EFCC to run their affairs and what they have recovered so far, you cannot compare the difference. Then why are we doing this? And then even those ones that have been recovered, we want to know where about it. Okay, the chairman come out to say this also amount of money have been recovered from different accounts. Those that have loot Nigerian money and hide it from different. Okay, they have been recovered. So what happened to it? You didn't tell us whether you return it to the Nigerian, the single treasury account. You didn't tell us whether the money had been voted to do another project for the benefits of the interests of Nigerians. You just tell us that this also money had been recovered. So what happened after that? Go to Ministry of Health. Look at what is happening. Money have been allocated to them. You go to, especially Federal Medical Center. When I go there, it pisses me off. They will tie this net, this local net. The bed will be so dirty, patient will lie under it. In fact, the environment increases the patient's illness. Do you understand? Now, it keeps, I don't know, when we come to talk, people say we do they talk. But we'll go talk. Because it concerns us. We are Nigerians. How can we be looting ourselves? If you are looting yourself, looting the country, you are looting yourself because this is your country. You are in Nigeria, you are Nigerian. So now the people in Aso Rock are more than the people outside Aso Rock. But the last time I checked, we are all Nigerians. You vote 200 billion inside Aso Rock Hospital, you fly to another country to go and get medical treatment, leaving Nigerians that are dying in different hospitals on daily basis. I mean, look at my hand. Amputated. What caused it? Lack of good health care. I was in the hospital over 2 months without treatment. My dad was charged amount of money he cannot pay. He has to go back, borrow, beg, look for money. At the time he was away, my hand was getting rotten. What causes it? When we come here to talk, it's like we sit and form stories. I'm a practical living example of a bad healthcare in Nigeria. Has money not been voted for these projects? Has money not been given to all these ministries? So what happened? What happened? You go to the hospital to see a doctor. I mean, they ask you to pay, you pay. You sit down, you sit down, you sit down, you sit and sit and sit. And finally, when they come to attend to you, they are angry at you. In fact, they're even angry at you while you are sick. I buy data. I bought data 4,000 for 15 megabyte. I'm supposed to use it for 15 more. My for 1 month. The data is not up to 1 week. How many videos did I watch? I have only 30-minute show. Sometimes it's not even up to 30 minutes. Right? You wiped off the data. Now, if instead of Nigerian government to sit and think of how they will make us Nigeria be subscribing our data monthly, make it easier for everybody. Start up a project. Do something. What's the use of National Communication Commission? What are they doing to protect the interests of Nigerians so as not to be robbed from these different networks? But what are they doing? Rather, maybe I'm not sure. They have collaborated with them to be stealing from one naira from our data. Now, data we've been using just a few months ago that takes us up to 1 month. It's no longer taking us up to 1 week. Now, I expect Nigeria to come out, especially National Communication Commission, to come out and address Nigerians that, oh, we are sorry we have not been up to our duties, that, okay, we are going to address it. Only for us to sleep and wake up and watch, read on a punch newspaper, Nigeria have set aside 14.8 billion for only Aso Rock. So Nigerians in Aso Rock are more than Nigerians outside Aso Rock. If you have comment, please send us here. I think we have one comment here. Let's look at it. Oh, Prince, good morning. Good morning. We are watching from UAE. Oh my God. I love it. Good morning to you too, Prince. I really appreciate you watching. But I mean, it's so annoying. When I wake up every day with this kind of news, I feel like I am cheated in my own country. I cannot be protected. You, okay, I have a guest. Just pumped up. Let me see if I can bring him up.
Yeah.
Good morning, Chief Benjamin Wecho.
Yeah, good morning. No one. I'm on air. Don't
How
worry,
are
I
you
want to use
doing
this here.
today?
Fine, we thank God I'm doing well. We thank God I'm doing great.
I'm talking about the 14.8 billion that Nigerian government set aside only for Aso Rock use. So it calls to my concern that we are being robbed of our own. We are being robbed in our own country. We buy data with huge amount of money. National Communication Commission have nothing to protect us. We are robbed from the different network. We are expecting that the National Communication Commission or Nigerian government to come out and tell us, oh, we are sorry. We are going to address what is happening. That only for me to sleep and wake up and see that on a Punch newspaper that Nigeria have set aside 14.8 billion just for Aso Rock use. So Nigerians in Aso Rock are more than Nigerians outside Aso Rock. It calls for my concern. I don't know whether you have something to talk about or add about this.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Chief
Hello.
Benjamin, can you hear me? I think Chief Benjamin have some network issues. If you have comment, please send us. We cannot continue to fold our hands and watch. Elections are at the corner. Look, let me tell you something, whether you like it or not, you are being robbed in your own country. Accept it or leave it. Let me see if I can still bring. Chief Benjamin, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now, loud and clear.
So, did you
Yes.
listen to my first questions or what I was advising, or do I need to repeat myself?
Yeah, maybe let me hear you again because the network had
I
it.
was saying that in the recent time, we have been robbed from the different network we are using in Nigeria, ranging from Glo, MTN, Etisalat, and Airtel. Now, the data we have been buying before that we use up to some months, we buy them now and they wiped up in a day. We were expecting the National Communication Commission to come out and address us. And of course, that is what they are there for, to protect the interests of Nigerians. And we understand also that there's no competition in the network communication industry. Only for us to wake up expecting some address from the Nigerian government or the NCC, just for me to sleep some days ago and wake up and discover that Nigeria have already voted 14.8 billion only for Aso Rock internet and telephone calls. And guess what? They even said only for telephone calls and datas. Now, my concern is, so are the Nigerians in Aso Rock more than Nigerians outside? Or why is it that they can't make this thing in a simple way that all Nigerians can benefit from it? So I was just saying, whether you have something, whether it raised for your concern, you have something to talk about this or to add. Oh, I think Chief Benjamin Owecho needs to change his network. And I don't have a lot of time in the studio, but let's get talking. If you have some issues, some concerns, send to me. Elections are around the corner, whether you like it or not. Nigeria will rob you in your own face. If you like, be shouting whosoever you want to vote. People that have been there since 1999 that have brought us to where we are, still vote for them to be there. Let me see, add him and see if it works this time. So, I don't know what happened. So, can you talk now?
Yes, I can talk now.
Okay, you can say something. We don't have a lot of time again. You can
Okay,
see what on our
I think yes. Okay, I think it's clear that election time is coming.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
Election time is coming. Yeah, election time is coming, and this is the time where so many things will change like magic. Commission. Why they cannot talk is that it's like somebody's father sent him to come and slap you, and you go and report to the person. It is them and the government that are doing that, the whole of that thing. So the government is their father, and then is the one that sent them to do that because they need to mop out all money so that they will use for election. Who are the owners or shareholders of these telecoms? They are almost all the big shot contesting elections. So they must put the extra so that their money will come out.
That's right.
Secondly, the Aso Rock 14.8 billion only for Aso Rock internet. What have they been using in that place? Is it a local telephone or the local network they've been using?
Who are they calling? When there are no external investors. Yes.
They are magicians. And where would that 14 point something billion come from? And they cannot pay ASU. A little, ASU say 20 billion or whereabout or thereabout. It's just that we are insensitive. And in Nigeria, we are comfortable with some certain situations. And we don't react to things the way it should be. If not in some countries, even some African countries, honestly, some of these things cannot work. We are shock absorbers in Nigeria. We are used to suffering. We are scared
Seriously.
to make our point known. If not, God in heaven knows that this 14.8 billion is abnormal. It's abnormal
Very
for a
abnormal.
whole year. If you divide it by 365, it will amaze you what they will use in a day for internet. Are they communicating with God, or are they communicating with Jesus Christ,
And no fish out.
or communicating?
And at the
You
end of the
understand?
day,
So
at the
you
end of the day, what interest is this 14 point something billion is going to generate back to Nigeria?
well, I think it's quite unfortunate that uh, they are unreasonable, completely
Seriously.
unreasonable to the plight of the people. For me, I
Yes.
used to tell people that they are wicked. Now, it shows that they'll be using 41 million every day.
Yes.
Every day. Every day. Carry 41 million, do internet. How about me too? I'll go and do internet expert so that I will do this one.
Seriously.
When you divide it by the average, 41 million naira. How about what
Yes.
did we do to these people that they want to paralyze us and kill us by all means? The oil that is being looted, they say they have discovered it. Tompolo say he knows everybody that is involved, but they can't. Government will give him warning. Now we give you a contract to no mention name.
Shut up.
There's no smoke without fire, and then they
Yes.
are holding on to the likes of Nnamdi Kanu. God, he said he wants a republic. Revolution. I believe they don't understand the English shadows on that aspect.
Yes. I feel you are still having some network issues. Um, let's try to round off. If you divide this money by average, Chief Benjamin Owocho said they'll be using 41 million per day to make calls and consume on internet. Who are they calling? Chief Benjamin Owocho said, are they calling God? This one choke. And even if they will call, it's even God that will call them. We are being robbed in a blood daylight. And I feel it's the high time Nigerians wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Let's all wake up. It is our country. We cannot fold our hands and watch without talking. Chief Benjamin Owocho, you are back. Please just try to round
Yes,
off.
I'm back. I'm back.
Yes, try to round off as our time in the studio is no longer on our side.
Okay.
So just try to round off.
Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, I think Nigeria is like a plane on the air with people
Yes.
inside, over 200 million inside. And then you get to a point, the pilot will not tell you, hey, he forgot his shoes where you took off from. He needs to go and pick
Yes.
it. And secondly, the pilot will tell you that honestly, he has forgotten the button that will land the plane. That is where we are now. So Nigeria is on complete life support.
Seriously. We don't even die finish safe. Not only on life support. We don't die finish. We don't die finish. Seriously. Always share this video, comment, like, and follow all our social media handles. Come here to watch this program. I've gradually changed it to Wednesday 7 a.m. Nigerian time here. And I feel if you want to join this program someday, please send me a private message and I will call you up. So I will send you a link to join my programs. And I say thanks for watching. I still remain your humble anchor, Yasaf Hilasen Faith. And I am saying goodbye for the day.